We're here at DWT Traditions, and it's Trivia Night 2024. I'm your MC, Jerry Tuttle. So a few preliminaries. We're playing by team. Each team needs a team name, only one answer per team. We will be doing 5 rounds with 5 mostly multiple choice questions per round. Each question is worth 1 point, but the points don't matter. And you're on the honor system, no using electronic help. Please don't shout out your answers so other tables can hear you, and the MC has final authority. Now, I'd like you to please choose the best answer to each question, not necessarily the right answer. So for example, if the question is calculate 1 plus 1, and 2 of the answers are 0 and 2.718, and so on, the best answer is B. It may not be the right answer, but it's better than the others. And I'm doing this in case I've messed up some of the answers. I still have a chance that maybe there's still a best answer. So please choose the best answer. So let's start with round 1. Where do we live? Question 1, how many states border North Carolina? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or more? Question 2, who is the current office holder? Now for this one, you need to enter all 5 items A through E. Who is our North Carolina governor? Who are our 2 U.S. senators? Who is the Wake County mayor? Who is the DWT Traditions mayor? And here are some hints. Question 3, we all know that Wake Forest population has been growing like crazy. According to the 2020 census, what is the percentage growth in Wake Forest compared to 2010? Between 40 and 50%, 50 and 60%, 60 and 70, 70 and 80, or more than 80. And there's certainly no point in having a choice of less than 40. We all know it's more than that. Question 4, how many public and private high schools offer grades 9 through 12 in Wake Forest? 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 5. And question 5, how did Wake Forest get its name? Is it a species of tree? Is it a description of forest? It is the wife of the town founder, Dr. Calvin Jones, the wife of the British governor, William Tryon, or nobody really knows. So at this point, you can take a moment, you can pause the video and consider your answers, come up with your table's best answer, and when you're ready, click and we'll move on and discuss the answers. Question 1, how many states border North Carolina? It's pretty clearly 4. Question 2, who are the current office holders? This is a picture of Governor Ray Cooper. Our senators are Ted Budd and Tom Tillis. The Wake County mayor is Vivian Jones. The DWT mayor is Mack. Question 3, what is the percentage growth in Wake Forest population? It was a whopping 58%. For the state, it's 9.5%. And I think we're all looking forward to the 2030 census and see how much it's grown since 2020. Question 4, how many public and private schools offer grades 9 through 12 in Wake Forest? Well, the answer is 4. Question 5, how did Wake Forest get its name? It's from the wife of the British governor, William Tryon. Her name was Margaret Wake Tryon, and that's how we got the name. Let's move on to round 2, television. Question 6, who was the first actress to play Catwoman on the TV series Batman? Yvonne Craig, Eartha Kitt, Lee Merriweather, Julie Newmar, Michelle Pfeiffer. Question 7, on the Andy Griffith TV series, and Andy truly was a North Carolinian. Besides Andy, which actor really lived at least 15 years in North Carolina? Aunt B, Helen Crump, Floyd the Barber, Gomer Pyle, Goober Pyle. Question 8, which TV show is the phrase "get out of Dodge" from? Bonanza, Gunsmoke, Lone Ranger, Maverick, Rawhide. Question 9, the all-important, what was the first TV show to put a toilet on the screen? Dennis the Menace, The Honeymooners, I Love Lucy, Leave It to Beaver, The Real McCoys. And question 10, Kiss My Grits was a favorite reply from which TV character? Flo Castleberry from the TV show Alice, Roseanne Connor, Maude Finley, Moira Rose, or Karen Walker. At this point, you can pause the video. You can go back if you like, come up with your answers. When you're ready, click and we'll move on and discuss the answers. Question 6, the first Catwoman was Julie Newmar. If Yvonne Craig sounded familiar, she played the commissioner's daughter. Question 7 on the Andy Griffith Show was Aunt Bee, who lived quite a few years in North Carolina and in fact died and is buried here. Question 8, which TV show does Get Out of Dodge come from? That's Gunsmoke. Question 9, what was the first TV show to put a toilet on the screen? It was Leave It to Beaver, the time when Wally and Beaver were hiding an alligator. Question 10, Kiss My Grits was a favorite reply from Flo Castleberry from the TV show Alice. Let's move on to round 3, 50s and 60s music. Question 11, which of the following was not a member of the $1 Million Quartet in Memphis 1956? Johnny Cash, Bill Haley, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley. Question 12, which of these real names is not correct? Sally Olwen Clark is Petula Clark. Ruth Lee Jones was Dinah Washington. Doris Mae Ann Kappelhoff was Doris Day. Laura Goddard was Leslie Gore. Eunice Kathleen Wayman was Nina Simone. Question 13, who wrote and first recorded the song Respect? Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Otis Redding, Smokey Robinson, Jackie Wilson. 14, which of the following songs was a big hit in 3 separate decades? Crying, Proud Mary, Puppy Love, Rockin' Robin, Locomotion. Question 15, Jay and the Americans made over 30 singles. Which of the following is true? Jay Traynor sang lead on about a third. Jay Traynor sang lead on more than a third. Jay Black sang lead on about a third. Jay Black sang lead on more than a third. Jay Reinke sang lead on about a third. Again, you can pause, go back and check the questions, come up with your answers, and then click to move on. Number 11, which of the following was not a member of the $1 Million Quartet? It was Bill Haley. This was an impromptu jam session recording. Question 12, which of these is not correct? Laura Goddard was Leslie Gore is incorrect. Leslie Gore's real name was Leslie Sue Goldstein. And my sister well knows I had a crush on Leslie Gore. 13, who wrote and first recorded the song Respect? It was Otis Redding. And in his version, respect is a euphemism for sexual reward. Aretha's version is a feminist anthem. Question 14, which of these songs was a big hit in 3 separate decades? The answer is E, The Locomotion, with Little Eva, Grand Funk, and Kylie Minogue, or however you ever pronounce his name. All the other songs were hits in 2 separate decades. And 15, Jay and the Americans. Jay and the Americans had 3 lead singer Jays, but Jay Black sang lead on all of them except She Cried. Moving on to round 4, 50s movies. 16, in what movie did Humphrey Bogart play a character named Charlie Alnut? African Queen, Caine Mutiny, Casablanca, Key Largo, Maltese Falcon. 17. Which is the title of the 1954 romantic comedy film starring Judy Holliday and Jack Lemmon? I won't even attempt to pronounce these five, but one of them is indeed the correct answer. Question 18. For which 1955 film did Ernest Borgnine win an Oscar for Best Actor? Bad Day at Black Rock, Best Things in Life Are Free, From Here to Eternity, Marty, Three Brave Men. Question 19. Which famous event is depicted in A Night to Remember? Dropping of the A-bomb on Hiroshima, eruption of the volcano Krakatoa, San Francisco earthquake, sinking of the Titanic, VE Day. Question 20. Which 1959 film won 11 Oscar awards? Ben-Hur, Bridge on the River Kwai, From Here to Eternity, Gigi, On the Waterfront. Again, you can pause the video, go back and check the questions, and when you're ready, go forward. 16. The Humphrey Bogart movie was African Queen, and Bogart received his first and only Academy Award. 17. The Judy Holliday and Jack Lemmon movie was number B. What is the reason behind that title? I don't know. 18. Which 1955 film? Marty. 19. A Night to Remember was the sinking of the Titanic. 20. Which 1959 film won 11 Oscar awards? Ben-Hur. And lastly, Poopery. 21. Which actor preferred Artemis Gordon in the 1960s TV series The Wild Wild West? Charles Aidman, Robert Conrad, William Conrad, Paul Martin, Ross Martin. 22, and for anyone who knows me, I have a strange fascination with roller derby. Which of the following is not a movie about roller derby? Derby, Fireball, Five Strides on the Bank Track, Kansas City Bomber, Rollerball. 23. What TV series sometimes use the phrase, Jane, you ignorant slut? Drop Dead Diva, Jane the Virgin, Jersey Shore, Saturday Night Live, The Jetsons. 24. Which is the first major music copyright/plagiarism case? The Beach Boys versus Chuck Berry, the Chiffons versus George Harrison, Roy Orbison versus Two Live Crew, Creedence Clearwater Revival versus John Fogerty, Marvin Gaye versus Robin Thicke. And 25, maybe a hard one. Which of the following about this man is not correct? And maybe the first question is, who is this man? If you remember my very first opening sentence in this video, I gave a sufficient clue to identify who this is. But he was a ship fitter. He constructed a Japanese internment camp. He played semi-pro ball. He was once the second largest casino owner in Nevada. Or A through D are all correct. Pause again. When you're ready, let's go. Artemis Gordon was Ross Martin. Roller derby, Five Strides on the Bank Track is a book on roller derby. The others were all movies. The first one, which maybe you don't remember, is The Fireball with Mickey Rooney. 23, Jane, You Ignorant Slut, comes from Saturday Night Live. It's Dan Aykroyd to Jane Curtin when they did their point-counterpoint sketch, and Jane's reply was, Dan, you pompous ass. 24, which is the first major music copyright plagiarism case? It's the Beach Boys in Surfing USA versus Chuck Berry. The more famous case is Roy Orbison's Oh Pretty Woman versus Two Live Crew Pretty Woman in the landmark Supreme Court case for fair use in 1994. And finally, okay, who is this? It's Del Webb. And we who live in Del Webb traditions owe a lot to Del Webb. A through D are all correct. And that's the end. If you enjoyed this, please let me know and let's do some more. Thank you.